Hello, for this week's level 2 class we're going to need the same as what we had last week. We're going to need the roller, which is hidden behind me. We're going to need a cushion again, our mat, our headrest. We're going to develop things on a little bit more this week too. So let's get on to the hands and knees and we'll get started. Hands below the shoulders as usual, knees below the hips. Tuck the elbows in, shoulders are pinched together. Drop the ribs down to the mat, arch the back, lift the head up. And then drop the head down, ribs up towards the ceiling. Push the hands away from the body. Drop the ribs back down, lift the head up looking up in front, and then this time turn the head to the left, bring the left foot out to the side, have a look at the toes, push the ribs to the ceiling, roll the head down through to the right, right foot comes out to the side, looking at the toes, drop the ribs down, right foot comes in, turn the head back to the right, right foot out to the side, push the ribs up to the ceiling, roll the head down to the mat, through to the left foot comes out, look at the toes, drop the ribs down, lift the head up looking up in front, and then flatten the back out. We're going to bring the hips and shoulders to the left, right leg back behind the body, and then right arm up in front. I'm shaky today. And then back down, hips and shoulders to the right, left leg back, left arm up in front. And I'm better on one side than the other, you'll find that. If you can't, we're going to draw little circles. Good, keeping the hips and shoulders still. Perfect. And then bring the arms and legs back down. We're going to come back to the left. Right leg back again, right arm up in front, and circles with the heel in the hand. And bring the arms and legs back down, and one more to the right, left leg back, left arm up in front. Whoops. And little circles again, with the arms and legs, and then arms and legs back down. Good, tuck the toes underneath the feet, pinch the shoulder blades together, lift the knees up off the mat, and just let them hover there. Keeping the elbows tucked in, and then rest back down. Good, back is flat, shoulder blades are pinched, lift the knees up, and this time march the feet up and down. Good, keeping the back flat, shoulders pinch together and elbows tucked in, and rest down. Next we're going to lift the hands up and down, and now we're going to do the hands and feet. Pinch the shoulder blades, toes are tucked under, lift the knees up just a couple of inches, lift the right hand up and down, left hand and down. Don't let the hips swing side to side, keep the hips in the middle of the mat, and then rest back down. Next one, we're going to bring the right hand up and the left foot up. So opposite arm, opposite leg come up off the mat at the same time. So back is flat again, hands are below the shoulders, knees are below the hips. Tuck the elbows in, shoulder blades are pinched down. Lift the knees up and left foot right hand and down. Right foot left hand and down. Left foot right hand and down. Right foot left hand back down and rest the knees down. Good. We're going to do one more now. We're going to come into a plank. So we're going to lift the knees up off the mat. I'm going to walk the toes all the way back to the end of the mat. And a straight line from the shoulders through the hips to the knees to the ankle. Squeezing the abs to keep the lower back flat. Lift the left foot up and down. Lift the right foot up and down. Bring the left hand up towards the ceiling and down. Right hand up towards the ceiling, back down, walk the knees forward and rest them down onto the mat, and then we'll turn over onto our back. So head resting onto the block, hands by the side, imprint the spine, bring the legs to tabletop and tap the toes off the mat. Right and then left. Good, nice soft taps of the toes. So we're never putting any weight through the toes. It's all about the abs squeezing. The glutes are switched off during this exercise. And then switch to the 2 feet. And back up. Good. Keep the back imprinted. Smooth breaths. Shoulders relaxed. And one last one. And then bring the feet down onto the mat. Next one, we're going to grab our cushion And we're going to grab our roller. So 2 feet onto the roller, cushion between the thighs, hands across the chest, imprint the spine, bring the feet in nice and close to the hips, squeeze the cushion and lift the hips up and then back down. Focus on the ribs, the lower ribs here, keep them down, don't let them pop out and flare, and then back down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and one last one, 10, and then back down. Next one, we're going to bring one leg onto the roller, so the left foot is on the roller, right knee is extended, squeeze in the cushion, hands by the side if you want. You can bring the hands onto the ribs to make it a little bit harder, or the hands across the chest. Imprint the spine, squeeze the cushion, and lift, and lower back down, and lift, and lower, and lift, and lower. 4, and down. 5, good. 6, hands can be on the ribs if you want. 7, or across the chest. 8, 9, one last one, 10, and back down. I'm going to switch sides. So roller in nice and close to the hips again. Right foot is on the rollers. Cushion between the thighs. Left leg is straight. And again, hands by the side if you want to start, or the hands onto the ribs, or even the hands across the chest. Squeeze the cushion, imprint the spine, and lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you find 2 hands across the chest is hard, you can always bring the right one across. 9, last one, 10. So you've only got the support of one elbow at a time. We're going to come back to the left foot on the roller for the next one. We're going to lift the hips up into a bridge. We're going to extend the right leg and we're going to bring it in and out. So we're going to get the adductors and the inside of the right leg working. We're going to keep the left knee still as we can the whole time. So left foot is on the roller, cushion between the thighs, hands are by the side to start, and again you can make this hard by bringing the hands across the chest. Squeeze the cushion, imprint the spine, lift the hips, keep the hips nice and high, bring the right leg to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, keep the hips up, 10. Bring the hips back down, and we're going to switch legs. So, right foot onto the roller this time, left leg is extended, hands by the side, imprint the spine, lift the hips up, bring the left leg out to the side, back in. 1, right knee stays still. 2, and good hip extension to the right side. 3, keep the roller still. 4, 5, ribs stay down. 6, shoulders relaxed. 8, 9, last one, 10. Bring the hips back down and then rest the feet down. Have a little rest for a second. We're going to leave the roller down to the side. And then we're going to do a few for the adductors with the cushions next. So imprint the spine, legs to tabletop, cushion between the knees and squeeze and relax. 1, 2. If you have a Pilates circle you can use that instead of the cushion as well. 4, 5, focus on the imprint. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and bring the feet down onto the mat. We're going to do 2 or 3 more now working the adductors. We're going to have it between the ankles. We're going to take a little break after that. Then we're going to straighten the legs to the ceiling. We're going to squeeze for 10, and then we're going to do 10 lowers as well in a row. So imprint the spine, legs to tabletop, cushion or Pilates circle between the ankles. Keep the shins parallel, hands by the side, squeeze and relax. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Grab the cushion, bring the feet down, and have a little rest for a second. The next two set, there's not going to be a break between them, we're going to run straight into them. So we're going to imprint the spine, legs back to tabletop, cushion back between the ankles, straighten the legs to the ceiling, and squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Focus on the imprint. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and hold. Drop the legs down a couple of inches, back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10. Bend the knees, bring the feet down, rest the legs down, and we'll leave the cushion down to the side. Next we're going to come into a set of hundreds. We're going to imprint the spine, bring the legs to tabletop, reach the hands to the bottom of the mat, tuck the chin in, chin to the chest, head and shoulders up, beat the hands. 2, 3, 4, 5, breathe out. 2, 4, 5, and in. 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 4, 5, and in. 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 4, 5, and in. 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 4, 5, and in. 2, 4, 5, and out. 2, 4, 5, halfway there, breathe in. 2, 4, 5, out. 2, 3, 4, 5, shoulders relaxed, chin is tucked in. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5, in. 2, 4, 5, out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 more breaths in, and breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5, last breath in, and breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5, rest the head down, and then rest the feet down onto the mat. Next we're going to straighten the legs to the ceiling. If you want to make it a little bit harder, just drop the heels a little bit away from you, just an inch or two. Imprint the spine, hands by the side, legs to tabletop, straighten the legs to the ceiling, reach the hands to the bottom of the mat, chin to the chest, and head and shoulders up. 2, 3, 4, 5, breathe out. 2, 4, 5, and in. 2, 4, 5, and out. 2, 4, 5, and in. 2, 3, 4, 5, out. 2, 4, 5, in. 2, 4, 5, out. 2, 4, 5, in. 2, 4, 5, out. 2, 4, 5, 5 more breaths. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5, breathe in. 2, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 3 more breaths. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 more. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5, last one. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Bend the knees, rest the head down, and then rest down onto the mat. We're going to work the upper and lower abs a little bit more. We're going to bring the legs into tabletop, hands by the side, tuck the chin in, chin to the chest, head and shoulders up, right hand to the outside of the right ankle, left hand to the inside of the right knee, straighten the left leg and switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bend the knees, rest the head, and rest the feet down onto the mat. Next, imprint the spine. 2 hands to the side of the head, imprint the spine, legs to tabletop, chin to the chest, elbows into the knees, straighten the legs, elbows apart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10. Bend the knees, rest the head, and then rest the feet down onto the mat. For the next exercise, we're going to imprint the spine, bring the legs to tabletop, straighten the legs to the ceiling, 2 hands, chin to the chest, head and shoulders up, 2 hands to the back of the right calf, tuck the elbows in. We're going to drop the left heel to the mat and use the hands to pull yourself up that little bit higher, get the upper abs engaged, and then switch. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one on each leg, and then bend the knees, rest the head onto the mat, and rest down. We're going to straighten the legs down for the next one. We're going to do some roll-ups. bring the hands back behind the head, arms forward, chin to the chest, and rolling up, chest up nice and tall at the end. Control on the way back down, hands back behind the head, arms forward, and rolling up. Chest comes forward at the end, shoulder blades are pinched. Control on the way down. 3, and back down. If you want to make it harder, reach up to the ceiling. 4, and back down. 5, chest up at the end. Back down. Halfway there. Keep those shoulder blades pinched on the way down. Good. 3 more. And up. Last 2. Chest up, shoulder blades pinched, keep them there on the way back down. And last roll up. Keep the shoulder blades pinched together on the way back down, nice and controlled. Slow, 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 slow. And soft. Back down onto the mat. Bend the knees for the next one. We're going to do some roll-ups into boat pose. So we're going to imprint the spine, bring the ribs down, bring the legs to tabletop, knees are over the hips, hands are back behind the head, arms forward, chin to the chest, and roll up onto the back of the hips. Chest forward at the end, and control back down. 1. And back down. 2. Chest forward. 3. 4. 5. 6. On the way down, keep the spine imprinted. 7. And back down, keep the abs engaged. 8. 2 more. 9. And last one, keep the knees and hips 90 degrees. And back down. Getting tough now. Rest the legs down. We're going to do one more roll up into boat pose. We're going to do a little bit for the quads. We're going to try and keep the back straight. So I'm thinking about pushing the chest forward as much as you can this time. This time I'm thinking about almost letting the ribs flare out. So one exercise will let you do that. Imprint the spine. Legs to tabletop again. Hands back behind the head. Arms forward, chin to the chest. Roll up into boat pose. Holding yourself there, push those ribs forward. Straighten the right leg. And the left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 legs together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one. 10. And roll back down onto your back and rest the feet down. We're going to do a little bit more for the quads next. So we're going to straighten the legs onto the mat. Hands back behind the head. One last roll up into sitting. Up nice and tall. Hands back either side of the mat. Bend the knees so the heels are on the mat. We're going to lift the 2 feet up off the mat. Straighten the right leg. Lower halfway. Little circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Keep the shoulders pinched. 8, 9, 10. Change directions. Keep the left knee still. We're starting to work the back muscles a little bit more here. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bend the knees. Rest the feet down. And then we're going to do the left leg. Push those lower ribs forward again. Shoulder blades are pinched. Lift the heels up. Straighten the left leg. Lower halfway. 1, 2. Keep that right knee still. 3, 4, 6, 7. Keep pinching the shoulder blades. 9, 10. Change directions. 10, 9, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the knees. Rest the feet down. And we're going to turn over onto our stomachs next. So, resting the head down on our headrest. Hands back by the side. Palms facing down, thumbs out to the side. We're going to rest the head down, keep the chin tucked in, lift the hands up, twist the thumbs to the ceiling, and lift the chest and the lower. 1, keep the chin tucked in. 2, thumbs as high as you can. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, keep pushing those fingers to the bottom of the mat. 8, 2 more. 9, last one, 10. And then rest back down. Next one, we're going to hold the chest up, and we're going to lift the legs up and perform little flutter kicks with the legs hovering. So reach the hands to the bottom of the mat again, lift the hands up, twist the thumbs out and up, lift the chest up nice and high, chin is tucked in, 2 legs are up, little kicks up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, keep those hands up. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and rest the head and rest the legs back down. We're going to do the same again. This time the legs are going to come apart and together. So I'm going to bring the toes out to the edge of the mat and all the way back in, keeping them hovering off the mat a couple of inches. Hands by the side again. Reach the hands to the bottom of the mat, claw them down along the floor if you need. Lift the hands up, twist the thumbs to the ceiling, lift the head and chest up, chin is tucked in, 2 legs up, bring the heels apart and together. 1, 2, 3, squeeze those shoulder blades. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10, and then rest back down. The last one on our stomach, we're going to bring the hands out in front. I want you to focus on the shoulder blades for this, so pinch the shoulder blades back and down, so the shoulders come away from the ears, imprint the spine. We're going to tuck the chin in so the head is resting on the head block. We're going to lift the hands, then the head, then the chest up, then the chest, head and hands down. Hand, head and chest, head and hands. Hand, head and chest, head and hands. Keep the shoulder blades pinched back and down the whole time. Don't let them scrunch up towards the ears. Keep the shoulder blades back and down. Lifting the upper body and lower, and lift, and lower, and lift, and lower. 2 more. And lower, last one. And lower back down, and then rest down. We're going to come onto our side next. So we're going to line the back up with the back of the mat. Elbow just below the shoulder and slightly closer towards the hip. If you want to make these easier, bend the knees, or if there's any pain. If you want to make it a little bit harder, straighten the legs. Top hand can be on the hip, or it can be resting down on the mat. Make sure the palm is down if the hand is down. We're going to lift the hips up for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10 and hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest down. If you want to make these ones a little bit easier, you're going to bend the knees. For the next one, we're going to lift the top leg up and down for 10 with the hips up, and then we're going to do some circles, 5 in each direction after that. So bend the knees if you want, if not straighten them. Pinch the shoulder blades together, lift the rib cage up here, lift the hips up and hold. Top leg up and down for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Rest the hips back down. Good, I'm stretched out a little bit too far, so make sure that elbow is closer to the hip than it is up above the shoulder. So again, we're going to lift the hips up, lift the top leg up. We're going to do 5 circles clockwise, 5 anti-clockwise. We're going to stretch the quads and we're going to switch over. Pinch the shoulder blades, lift the hips up, top leg up 6 inches, small circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Change directions. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And rest the hips back down. Rest down on your side. Grab the front of the top ankle. Bring the bottom knee forward, rounding the back just a little bit, and then stretch the quads back. Good, I'm going to switch over now in a few seconds, and I'm going to do the same on the opposite leg. Good, and then straighten the top leg down. We're going to switch over to the opposite side. Again, line the back up with the back of the mat. Straight legs, straight hips running down, unless you want to bend the knees and make it easier. Top hand onto the hip or palm down onto the mat. We're going to lift the hips up for 10 and then a 10-second hold at the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then rest down. Good. Remember, you can bend the bottom knee if you want for the next set. We're going to lift the top leg up and down. Pinch the shoulders, and we're going to lift the hips up. 1 and hold. Lift the top leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Keep these hips high. 10. Rest the hips back down. Good. Last set. 10 circles. 5 clockwise, 5 anti-clockwise. So again, elbow below the shoulder, a little closer to the hips, shoulder blades pinched. Lift the hips up, top leg up 6 inches, small circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Change directions. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And rest the legs down, rest the hips down, and rest down onto your side. Grab the front of the top ankle. Round the back a little bit, so the back is flat, if not a little bit flexed forward, slump forward. And we're going to stretch that thigh back. Good. Keep the knees close together and the heel in behind the hip. And then rest the legs down. Next one, we're going to come into kneeling. I think my head might disappear in this. Just about. So we're going to flatten the back out. So we're going to think of imprinting the spine. Tuck the hips underneath the body. We're kneeling on the right knee. Left foot is in front. Slide the hips forward. You should feel a stretch into the right thigh. To make this stretch harder, you can reach the right hand up overhead. So you're bending to the side. You should feel more of a stretch into the front of that right thigh. We're going to hold that stretch in the hip flexors. And then come back. And we're going to switch sides. Left knee on the mat, right foot in front. Tuck the hips underneath the body. Flatten the back out. Slide the hips forward and hold. Good. Keep imprinting the spine. So trying to flatten that low part of the back out. Don't let it arch. You won't get as much of a stretch into the left side. Keep pushing the hips forward. Left hand up overhead. And a more intense stretch into the front of that left thigh. And then come back. And then we'll stretch out the next to finish. So turn the head to the right. Right hand over the top of the head. Relax the right and left shoulder. Tuck the hips underneath the body. Bring the rib cage down so the back is flat. And then bring the chin down towards the armpit on the right side. Keeping the spine as straight as you can. And then switch to the opposite side. Left hand over the top of the head. And stretching down, shoulders relaxed. Good, and then come back to the middle and we'll finish that. See you next week. Bye bye.